What if your brain is already part machine, and you didn't even notice? Every time you follow a GPS, trust a chatbot's answer, or let YouTube decide your next video, your brain quietly changes. AI doesn't just help you make decisions, it shapes how you think, remember, and focus. This is not about the future. It's happening now. Our brains are incredibly adaptable, constantly rewiring based on the tools we use. But AI isn't like books or calculators. It's predictive, interactive, and persuasive. It doesn't just answer your questions, it decides which questions you'll ask next. That changes everything. The more you rely on AI, the more your brain offloads attention, memory, and even judgment. Scientists are already seeing changes in how people store information, handle distractions, and make choices. In short, the way you think is no longer entirely yours. In this video, we'll uncover how AI is becoming a silent co-pilot of your mind, reshaping your neural circuits, influencing your identity, and redefining what it means to think freely in the... For most of human history, tools extended our bodies, hammers, wheels, telescopes. But artificial intelligence extends something far more intimate, our minds. It doesn't just help us do things faster, it changes how we think. AI has shifted from a passive tool to an active cognitive partner. When you use a calculator, your brain offloads arithmetic. When you use a GPS, you stop building mental maps. But AI systems now do more than calculate. They interpret, predict, and suggest. This changes the role of the human brain from active processor to passive recipient. Recommendation algorithms on platforms like YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok decide what you'll see next. They learn your behavior, anticipate your preferences, and subtly steer your attention. The result? A feedback loop where AI shapes your choices before you're even aware of them. As these systems grow more personalized, they begin to mirror your thoughts. Search engines auto-complete your ideas. Virtual assistants anticipate your questions. AI is evolving into a thinking companion, one that doesn't just respond, but increasingly initiates. This transformation is subtle but profound. We no longer just use AI, we mentally adapt to it. We think in shorter bursts, expect instant answers, and unconsciously depend on external systems to remember, decide, and even feel for us. The tool is no longer just in our hands, it's in our minds. Your attention is one of your brain's most precious resources, and AI is designed to capture it. Algorithms optimize content not for your benefit, but for engagement. They measure how long you pause, what you click, and when you scroll, using that data to pull you deeper into curated experiences. This creates a phenomenon known as attentional tunneling. Your brain narrows focus to whatever the algorithm feeds it, often without realizing it. Over time, your ability to choose what to pay attention to weakens, as the AI keeps doing that job for you. The constant influx of notifications, recommendations, and autoplay content fragments your mental state. You're pulled in multiple directions, disrupting the brain's natural rhythm of focus and rest. This environment trains your brain to seek novelty, not depth. Over time, this leads to what neuroscientists call cognitive fatigue. The brain is overwhelmed by stimulus competition. Instead of thinking deeply, we skim. Instead of choosing consciously, we react impulsively. AI becomes a kind of mental puppeteer, subtle, invisible, and exhausting. Yet, because these systems feel personalized, we rarely notice their influence. The content feels like our own discovery, when in fact it was strategically placed. AI hijacks not just attention, but the illusion of choice, making us feel in control, even as we surrender it. We live in a world where forgetting is no longer a problem. Every message, photo, fact, and event is just a search or cloud away. As a result, we increasingly rely on AI and digital devices to remember for us. But the more we outsource memory, the less our brain practices it. The hippocampus, your brain's memory hub, is highly sensitive to use. When we store memories externally, we reduce activation in this region. Over time, studies show that people who rely heavily on digital devices may struggle more with recall, even for simple tasks. This phenomenon is known as digital amnesia. We're more likely to forget information that we know we can look up later. The brain treats it as disposable, trusting that the machine will remember. This changes not only what we remember, but how we remember. Even emotional memories are being altered. Social media archives our lives, but often in curated, filtered fragments. Instead of forming a rich internal narrative, we begin to remember through screens, what was posted, not what was felt. Ironically, AI doesn't just store memory, it reshapes it. Personalized memory feeds, like on this day reminders, influence how we interpret the past. What we revisit, reshare, or ignore subtly alters the emotional weight of memories, rewriting our personal history. Humans are wired to trust perceived authority. When AI offers a suggestion, especially with confidence or precision, we're likely to follow it, even if it's wrong. This psychological shortcut, known as automation bias, shows how easily we grant machines cognitive authority. Voice assistants, navigation apps, and recommendation engines are designed to be seamless and persuasive. Their calm tone and fast responses make them feel reliable. This creates an illusion of objectivity, when in reality, these systems can reflect flawed data or biased logic. When AI decisions are right most of the time, our trust deepens. We begin to let it choose music, restaurants, even medical advice. But this comfort leads to over-reliance. We stop questioning, stop comparing, and start assuming that the system knows better. This has real consequences. Studies show that people are less likely to challenge AI decisions, even when their intuition disagrees. In high-stakes contexts like finance, justice, or healthcare, misplaced trust in algorithms can lead to serious ethical and psychological harm. Ultimately, trust in AI is not just about the tech, it's about how our brains are wired for cognitive shortcuts. AI taps into those instincts, not maliciously, but effectively. And without awareness, we begin to surrender not just tasks, but judgment itself. Who you are is built from your memories, decisions, habits, and values. As AI begins to influence these pillars, what you recall, what you choose, and how you behave, it quietly shapes your identity. You remain you, but subtly altered by a constant digital partner. AI-curated content can change your worldview. The information you're exposed to, or shielded from, shapes opinions and beliefs. Over time, your internal narrative, how you see yourself in the world, can evolve in alignment with an algorithmic echo chamber. Even personality traits may shift. Algorithms that reward certain behaviors, likes, shares, reactions, can reinforce impulsiveness, conformity, or conflict. When AI nudges become part of your daily environment, they mold not just your behavior, but your emotional tendencies. This influence is most powerful in younger minds. Children growing up with AI companions or curated learning experiences may form a different cognitive architecture. Their sense of agency, curiosity, and identity will be co-developed by artificial systems. So, can AI reshape who you are? The answer is yes, but not through control or force. Through collaboration, through convenience, and through constant, invisible influence. Our minds, built for adaptation, are now adapting to machines that learn us better than we know ourselves. Artificial intelligence is not just changing technology, it's changing us. As we continue to rely on smart systems for memory, attention, and decision-making, we must ask, how much of our thinking still belongs to us? Understanding this shift is the first step in reclaiming awareness and agency in a digital age. If this video sparked your curiosity, let us know in the comments. Do you feel like AI is already influencing how you think? And don't forget to subscribe for more science that changes how you see the world and yourself.